All right, I've had a lot of you ask me to make Mama's rice and gravy, and it's meat, rice, and gravy. You can use, this is top sirloin. You can use round steak. You can use chuck roast, 7 steaks, any of your tough meat you want to use. You don't want to use your prime meats that you use to grill and stuff like that. So I have top sirloin right here. That's what they had at the store. And I'm going to go ahead and throw some of the deer sausage in there too. Mama would have never put fresh sausage in her meat, rice, and gravy. But she was very simple when it came to seasoning. She would use black pepper and salt and a little bit of cayenne if she felt like it needed. But Mama's was so flavorful, and she didn't have, it wasn't all spicy. It was just, her meat, rice, and gravy was out of this world. So I have right here my own version of pepper, salt, and garlic. I say pepper first because that's where most of it is. I got 60% black pepper in here, 30% salt, and 10% granulated garlic. So that's what I'm going to use. To go ahead and help with my browning of my meat, I'm going to use as a binder Worcestershire sauce. So I'll put it on here. And I'm going to grab some gloves, so hang tight. All right, so I'll put a glove on. So what you do is you get your Worcestershire sauce on here, and you go ahead and rub it in. I'm going to go ahead, I want to get the camera a little closer where you can see this up close, because I think this is important for you to see. So you want to get your Worcestershire sauce on there. On the sides, I could trim this off, but I'm going to leave it on to cook it. It'll separate once it's cooked. I'm going to go ahead and do both sides with my Worcestershire sauce while I have the camera on it. Make sure your sides are done. And then you're going to take your salt, pepper, and garlic mixture. Put a nice little coat on it. And then pat it down. I probably should do it where you can see it a little better. Let's do the other side where you can see. Get it all seasoned. Get some of that stuff on the side of it. I'm not going to waste the seasoning on that fat, but I don't want to take it off. I want to leave it on to cook. So that's it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put these on that black iron pot, and you're going to brown it until you think you have it brown, and then you're going to brown it some more. Put fire under your black iron pot. Get it nice and hot. I use olive oil. Put a nice coat on the bottom, and you're going to just sear these steaks until it's so brown where it almost looks. All right, I see smoke coming off my pot. It's hot enough. So I'm going to put my steak down. You can hear that. And let it start browning. I'm going to go ahead and throw my fresh sausage in there also. Get that browned up too. I'm going to check it just to see what it looks like on that one side. Yeah, it's got a long way to go. There's sausage in there. Mama used to not cook sausage in hers, but I got 2 boys over with our high school baseball team. They in the man cave messing around, and them boys like to eat, so I need a filler to kind of help out, spread out the rice and gravy a little bit further. Still looking good. I went ahead and turned the sausage. But let's take a look at this one. And we can turn this one. I got a bigger burner on that side. I mean, that's not brown. I can tell you, we got a long way to go. This is where the magic happens. I'm gonna leave these over like that. Keep on cooking. Keep on browning, man. My mom make the best meat, rice, and gravy, and I'm so blessed that she showed me how to do it. My sister knows how to do it. Just so blessed. She left that to us, and I want to leave this for my kids. My mom was a wonderful Cajun mother. My dad was awesome. My dad didn't cook because Mama cooked so well. We just keep browning it like this. Let's go ahead and look at this sausage. Yeah, we can turn the sausage. I'm going to end up cutting it in just a little bit. I'm going to make it more manageable. This is deer sausage from Lagno's that my son killed. It's 50-50 pork, deer sausage with steamed syrup and green onions. Absolutely the best sausage we've ever made. This is a really tough cut of meat. So you're going to have to cook it for a while. Once you get your water and your gravy in there, and once it starts falling apart, you'll know that it's ready. I'm going to go ahead and cut that sausage in little lengths. You can see the juice just came out of that. Oh, that's going to be so good. Trying to find this little spots in here. Take a look at it. Still got a ways to go. That's looking good. Some of this sausage, I really like what it looks like already, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it. The meat is going to take a lot longer to brown than the sausage. Now the sausage is not cooked yet, but it will finish cooking once I put it back in the gravy, and we're going to put it on low and slow and let the yeah, we're looking good on this side. You can see the stuff on the bottom of that pot. That's all going to loosen up once we put water in. We're going to put our vegetables in after we pull the meat. So I have 2 onions, 1 bell pepper, 2 stalks of celery, and garlic. 3 cloves of garlic. And we're going to put that in the pot and saute it until it's translucent. Then we're going to put everything back in. You'll see. It's easy. It's easy to make this. You just got to be patient. You got to get this right first. Like this little piece of meat right here. That's brown. That's good. A little chunk of it. See that? That's pretty close. That looks good. Go ahead and turn it. Yeah, that's looking good. Just keep going. Let's take a look at it. We got some of this sausage. It's ready to go now. Yeah, we're good on that. That little piece of meat is really close to it. I'm trying to get some more. Keep on browning. Oh, we got a piece of sausage that was hidden. That's good. You can see all that good stuff on the bottom. That's That's what makes the gravy. You don't need stock to put in it. You can go straight water. We're going to put in here to make the gravy. And the stuff on the bottom is what's going to make that gravy. Let's go ahead and check it. Yeah, I'm looking for this right here. But you can see, I'm also looking at the bottom of my pot to see all of the, look at here over here. Look, you see all of that? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Just keep on. And, you know, it kind of looks like it's burned a little bit on the edges. But once the water gets in there and it starts making a gravy, it's going to take all of that off. So you got to get a good color on it now before you put your water in. So the key to this, I can't stress it enough, is brown it. Keep browning it. Keep on browning it. You won't regret it. All right, let's check it now. See, now that's starting to look good. We're getting close now. Yeah. But, again, keep browning it. All right, let's check it. Let's turn it right here. See what we're looking like. I think we're close. Tell you what, we're smoky in the house right now. Yeah. That's looking good, and I got a lot of good stuff on the bottom. It's gonna make a great gravy. It's gonna go a little bit longer. All right, I think we got it brown good. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for on the bottom that I have all that good stuff in there, on it, I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. Yeah, all right. Then I'm going to get my vegetables. I got them all cut up. I'm going to throw them on top. Right here, I'm going to add a little bit more oil to the bottom. And I'm going to get my vegetables. All right, so I got all my vegetables cut up. You throw that on the bottom. And you're going to stir them around with, I like using this one. It's got a straight edge. They made this for Cajuns, for rice and gravy. So you're going to start seeing some of that stuff coming off the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more salt and pepper on my vegetables. And we're going to put some of the good stuff right there. Start it in the base. So you season as you go. So not to season it too much, because you can't take it out. But you can always add seasoning to it. Yeah, once that stuff starts coming off the bottom, I'm going to get this until it gets a little bit translucent, and I'm going to start adding water into it. And you're going to see how this gravy starts to get dark and nice looking. Okay, so this is all finished. You can see how it looks. You see? All translucent. And the more you start getting this water to boil, all of that stuff on the bottom is going to come off. So go ahead and get your water in there. You're going to cover up the steaks. So I'm just going to, now that I have a good amount of water in there, I'm just going to go ahead and rub it on the bottom and get that stuff all off the bottom before I put all my meat back in. It's harder to rub the bottom when you have everything back in it. So I'm going to bring this to a boil right here. But look at that gravy. And that's water. At this point, we just continue to try to bring this water to a boil. It's a big pot, so it's going to take a little while. But I'm scraping the bottom this whole time. and I'm pulling up. That's why the flat edge was made for Cajuns. I guarantee you some Cajun came up with that, and that was the best invention. I got two of them. I got one that doesn't have holes in it, and I have one that has holes in it. I have only the sharp ones. Probably should get a longer one. It gets a little warm on your hand. But you can see my vegetables. Look how pretty that, you can see. Look at that. That's a good gravy. That is Cajun. You can see how my corners are starting to ball over. So this is where I'm good. So I didn't put any more seasoning in it. I still feel a little bit right here. I'm trying to just get all of that stuff off of there. Yeah, that's pretty, boy. And it's now, we're just gonna put our meat back in here. We don't need any more seasoning right now. We need to taste it. Let all of this come together and taste it before we start doing any more seasoning. So go ahead and get all of your meat back in here. Again, like I said, Mama didn't put sausage in her rice and gravy, but I have it. I mean, we used to slaughter our own cattle, and you know, I'm thinking about it now, and I don't remember. I don't think we did sausage from the slaughterhouse. I know we had a lot of ground meat, but I think she kept that for doing spaghetti, hamburgers, stuff like that. We didn't do a lot of barbecuing whenever I was younger. It was all like this, meat, rice, and gravy. I mean, you came home from school and you had a plate of this. Always. Black-eyed peas. That's just one of the fondest memories I have of growing up, is coming home, and we've always had plenty to eat from our own cattle. We raised our own Charolais cattle, poor man's cow, but the meat was always good, and she always cooked it. So now, where we at right now, everything's in. I'm gonna put it on simmer because I have it at a ball. I'm gonna put the lid on it, and I'm gonna keep stirring it for about an hour. And then we'll look at it, see if the meat's starting to fall apart, if I need to keep cooking it or whatnot. So hang in there. I'll show you how this works. I'm putting the lid on it. We're gonna let it go. Just like this, on low. All right. We're about 45 minutes into it. I've been opening and stirring it. I'm gonna let you take a look at it. Get that out the way. If you could smell it. That gravy is gorgeous. Meat's still tough. I mean, if I pull real hard, I can get one to break. I'll kind of cut some of them up. You don't want somebody grabbing a big old piece of meat like that. You want them to have to get little chunks of meat. You can see how dark that gravy is, man. Look at that. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some parsley that I have. About that much. And I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 bay leaves. Get that stirred up. Flavor. If you notice, I don't have any red pepper in it, and I do have Tabasco. So you get a little bit of seasoning with that, a little bit of heat with that, but not much. That's more about flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up. See, this one's too tough to cut. So we still got a while to go. Because it's going to be like butter, man, whenever you put your spoon through it. That's when you know it's going to be ready. But that's a gravy. And that's just water. So stick with me. We're going to continue to cook this, and I'll show you how we finish it. Let's take a look at it now. Look at that meat. That meat's just tearing right in half now. Look at that gravy. I mean, I got holes in this spoon, and it doesn't want to go through. That's a Cajun rice and gravy. When you hear your mama say, "You hungry for some rice and gravy?" you know there's meat coming with it. This is where I do my taste tests. You get it out of there. You know that gravy. Look how pretty that gravy is, man. Taste it. Very good. Very, very good. It's got enough salt and pepper. I'm just going to put a little bit more of this in there. Get it stirred up real good. But it's full of flavor. And it's ready now. Look at that. Won't even go through the holes. All right, it's ready. We're gonna get this out the way. You can see how pretty that is. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just top it off. I'm gonna put some green onions in here. Get that stirred around. My rice is cooking. I got some black-eyed peas going with it. And that's it, man. That's how you cook Mama's rice and gravy. Thank y'all for watching. Ça c'est bon. This is what I came home to every day.